Well, it was, I think, meant to sort of give a nod to people who feel that they're being unfairly judged for having concerns about vaccination. In other words, those who particularly are vaccine hesitant because they're not confident that vaccines are safe, are feeling very much condemned and judged by some. They're being dismissed with name calling or calling them anti-vaxxers and so forth. I think in some respects, it just reflects a deep discomfort that Jason Kenney seems to have had consistently about putting any sort of restrictions in place. He clearly seems to be either he has significant sympathy or a like-mindedness with folks that are more on the libertarian side of the party, or he's very worried about losing support on the right flank of the party. And this was sort of a nod in the direction of people who feel like they may have been unfairly judged.
In a way, it kind of reminds me of the attitudes that circulated in North America in the mid-1980s about people with HIV/AIDS. That there's this notion that they had to be kind of distanced for health reasons.
In the process of making the sort of claims that he did, is that he may have emboldened some of the more extremist elements, those who think any kind of restriction is too much, that might sort of ascribe to some of the more extreme views of both the vaccine and of the virus, the pandemic, and that's, I think, a much more problematic matter for him. Problematic partly because it seems to align with people that aren't going to understand the reasons for some of the policies that have been in place, but it might also legitimize some of the folks that are engaged, again, in that more extreme fringe amongst the protesters, the so-called trucker convoy participants. It could legitimize or embolden them.